What's going on, guys? Austin here, and today we are at the last component of the ultimate video editing PC build. Today we're going to be taking a look at the case, and the one that we chose for this one is the Fractal Design Define R4. Now, why I chose this case, actually one of my subscribers commented on one of my other videos and recommended this case, and I looked into it, and it took a little bit of, a lot of thought went into getting this case, but this is the one I went with. This is a pretty sleek looking case. It has very good sound dampening materials, so again, I wanted a quiet machine, so this thing is going to give me what I want. So without any further ado, I'm going to clear all this stuff from my desk and give you guys a first look and unboxing of the Fractal Design Define R4. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and move it around so you guys can see the back of it. The blowout of the entire system. Here we have the two module vents that are going to help with the noise dampening. Right here we have the side panel with noise dampening material. We have one fan there, removable hard drive bay right there. There's a fan that it comes with and a filter on the bottom. Then we have the case here. We're going to go ahead and open this thing up. So here we are. Got it just out of the case. I'm going to lift this up. So in the packaging we also get this nice computer case manual, which will be helpful to show you what all the wires are. Pretty useful when you need to connect the headers for like the USB and basically the fan controller that this thing has, and just show you how this case works. But we're going to go ahead and put that aside and take this thing out of the plastic. So let's go ahead and do that. So here it is, the Design R4 with the window. Let's go ahead and peel these plastics off. So starting off at the top, you can see right here we have two USB 2.0 ports, two USB 3.0 ports. Here we have the power button, here we have the reset button, and we have some microphone and headphone jacks right up top. And you can see this is where the LED will light up when you turn on the device, and this is going to be a blue LED right here. And moving further down the top, you can see that these are vent holes, but they're actually covered. That is because right below these are things called module vents, which are basically just sound dampening materials that are going to help this thing stay quiet. Of course, I do have a Corsair H100i, so I'm going to be taking these out and sacrificing a little bit of noise to get that premium cooling that I need, but I'm pretty sure that the device should, or the case should still be pretty silent due to the basically the module vents on the side, both of the side panels, so that should be no problem. Now coming around the front of the device, you can really see how sleek this thing is. Just a very matte black finish on the front, and you can see it has a magnetic side panel right here, so you can go ahead and open this door. And right here you can see we have some of that module vent paneling. This is sound dampening material. And here we have two bays where you can put in hard drives or whatever you need to put in right there. If you still use hard drives, that is, right there. So we can go ahead and pop that back in. Right there. And right here we do have a fan controller. See right here we have 12 volt, 5 volt, and 7 volt switches. So this is going to be your fan controller so that you can adjust the fan speeds when necessary. It's nice that they have that feature built right into the case. So let's go ahead and close this, and you can see it magnetically snaps back into place. So this is a very sleek looking cover. Let's go ahead and move on to the side of this case. So as I said earlier, this is of course the one with the windowed version, so you're going to be able to see all of the nice internals that we're going to be working on in this device. I'm going to go ahead and remove these side panels so we can take a look and see what is inside of this thing. Let's go ahead and remove these screws right here, and I'm going to take off the side panel easily. And you can see right here that the side paneling does have this material. This is sound dampening material. If you do not get the version with the window, then all of this will just be sound dampening material. So they really made a big effort to make this case as quiet as possible. Let's go ahead and put this aside and take a look at the inside. Right here you can see that we have, this is what basically every thing comes with. You get this Fractal Design case, and this is just going to have all of the screws and things you'll be needed to mount things to the device. You can see it comes with a bunch of screws and shell and nuts and spacers and things like that. This is everything you'll need to put anything into this device. So right down here we have the hard drive bays, and as you can see, this thing has, I believe these are tools, and you'll be able to, take these out and just put a hard drive in there, then snap it back in. You can see it's going to make a nice snapping noise, so this thing is very sturdy. Also, a nice feature that I like up here is that we have this removable hard drive cage. So if you're not putting in like 10 hard drives, we can take this hard drive cage out. So now you'll be able to have a lot of airflow coming right through the device onto your graphics card. And if you do need to mount this in, you can actually put this in the other way, like so. So now you can see that the airflow is going to be much better because you're going to have air flowing right through here from the front. So you'll have air flowing right through where the hard drive base will be mounted, although you will have cable sticking out on this end, but it's not a bad thing to sacrifice if you want to have good airflow in the case. Now moving further along in the case, you can see we have this nice black and white color scheme. Here we have PCI Express lanes that you can unmount these and mount basically whatever you want up there. Up here we have the 140mm fan, I believe, and up here again we have the Modu vents that I will be taking off. So now, as you might be able to see, we have these Modu vents up here, and these are just sound dampening panels that cover up the airflow but allow you to have reduced noise coming outside the top of the case. And moving down, you can see we have some rubber grommets down here. This is where you're going to do all of your cable management. They took the liberty of actually tying a bunch of the cables together so that you don't have to worry about that. Down here we just have a bunch of headers from your I/O up there. So we have the USB header, USB 3.0, HD audio, things that you're going to plug it right into your motherboard for, like things like the power LED, things like that. It's nice that they have it already wired down, ready to go. Down here we do have some vents for you, so if you have a power supply or a reservoir or something, you can have that down here. And there's also a dust filter, a removable dust filter right here that you'll be able to take out and, you know, replace if you need to, if it's getting too dusty down there, and it'll prevent dust from coming right into your power supply and things like that. But overall, it's a very nice looking case. The internal is nice black and white design, pretty understated design, but it looks very nice. It's actually a pretty small case also, so I like that. It's very compact, but it should also be giving you some good airflow. Like right here, you can see that this is where air is going to be flowing right into the device with these open vents on the side. So very, very good design. Now another nice feature that the case has is if we go ahead and remove this, you can see that we can click here, and this is actually going to come down and you have access to both of your fans. It only comes with one fan for some reason, but you can go ahead and remove that fan if you need to. You go ahead and take this down, and this also comes down, and you can see this thing just pops right out, and you'll be able to replace this fan and also add another one in there. You can see this whole module just comes right out, and you'll be able to replace and, you know, put new fans in there pretty easily. Then when you're done, you can just go ahead and put that wire through right there. Snaps right into place right there, and this just comes down, so you'll be able to just snap this into place and close the device, and you're done. Very nice design. And moving on to the back side that we haven't seen yet, if we just go ahead and undo these screws right here and take this side panel off, you can see that this side is fully covered with this Modu vent material. This is going to make this thing run extremely quiet, so it's nice that they have this design basically everywhere in the design of this case. And right here you can see we have the cutout for the motherboard. Very nice cable management they've already done for us. Here we have some brackets so you can put pins for cable management. And you know, this case actually has a good amount of space for the size. I'm actually really impressed by, like, I think everything should fit in here pretty comfortably, and I'll be able to route all the cables and have some pretty solid cable management. So this is just a very nice case.